Hello, everybody.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
How's it going?
Hi. Welcome in. Thank you guys so much for celebrating our birthday with us. Yeah. We have some sad news. Jessie cannot join us today. She's got a splitting headache and she's been battling it for a couple days now. So in her place, we have Arunya. Arunya is one of our instructors and she doesn't stream, but she is behind all of the curriculum and the courses that we do. So you get a lovely face reveal with Arunya today. But yeah, Jessie, if you're there, we miss you and we hope you feel better soon. Yeah, I know. So how's everybody doing today?
Doing good.
Nice.
Excited.
Iggy, you're muted. I see you have a big shark.
Yeah, I know. Somebody recognizes Blaha. Aloha.
Is the name?
Yeah, people think it's Blaha, but it's Blohai. So,
Oh,
sure.
I was gonna say it's the IKEA shirt.
Yeah, it is.
Is it really?
Mhm.
I have an IKEA husky, but it's no longer mine. It's my dog's. See lots of familiar faces in the chat. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining us for our 11-year anniversary. Holy smokes, 11 years. It goes by so fast. Yeah, so shout out to all our amazing students. I'm just scrolling up in the chat here. Welcome in. I see behind the scenes with us is Kevin and Joe, our lovely mods. We just want to shout out all of our amazing students and members and all the amazing people who are here today. And yes, we do have a giveaway for you. We're going to announce that in just a minute. Just getting settled and welcome everybody in. All right. What were you guys up to this morning? Josh, what were you doing this morning?
I'm like, who goes first? I went to Wild Wings for lunch with my parents.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's close by, so we walked since there's a oncoming snowstorm, so didn't want to drive.
Yeah.
It's snowing pretty hard here. We got like a lot, like 1.5 feet at least.
Already? Whoa.
Yeah. Oh, over the last couple days.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Iggy, did you get a lot of snow?
Yeah. I mean, where we're at, it's always snowing here, so it's cold.
Yeah.
But for me, nothing much. I just made bulgogi and I drew, and then now I'm here. So nothing much. Uneventful day till now. So till now the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
Arunya, for those of
Casual
you
day.
who don't know you, what were you up to this morning?
I woke up pretty late and I had some lunch and I squeezed in a nap before our stream.
Oh, that's nice.
On the rest and recovery, so feeling pretty good today compared to the last couple days. So
Yeah, I know we were all taking turns being sick. So.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Someone chat is talking about their day too, which is pretty nice. I'm reading it right now.
Yeah,
Ooh.
nice.
Yes. Yeah, Wings made some hard croissants. That sounds nice.
Ooh.
In the season for Valentine's.
Quite the baker.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot
Nice
of
to
ice
know
and
it for the
snow.
stream.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I know everybody's here because they're excited about the giveaway. So let's talk about the giveaway first while everybody's here. So our friends and digital art partners at XP Pen have been very generous and have sponsored a set of they're sponsoring 2 different tablets. So you can get a display tablet, which is the Artist 13.3 Pro, and a chance to win the XP Pen Deco 640. So if you're in the chat and you don't have a tablet yet, let us know. Let us know if you don't have a tablet, because we would love to. We would love to give you one. So the other thing that we're giving away, there's 5 prizes that we're giving away. So the other prize is a anniversary special, which is 3 class memberships. So if you are a total art nerd, go ahead and type that in the chat. That's one of the things that you would do to be able to win. Just go ahead and type total art nerd in the chat, and that's one thing that will qualify you. But we have an amazing new membership, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But you will get 1 month of this membership for free, and you'll get access to our best class recordings, about 500 hours so far, and access to live workshops and critiques. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely let us know by typing in Total Art Nerd in the chat. So here are the rules. So there are 5 chances to win, and we want you to comment on this video with your art goal. So what would you do if you won? Tell us what you would do if you won either a class membership or if you won a tablet. Then subscribe to Wing Canvas if you aren't already, and XP Pen on YouTube. XP Pen are our wonderful digital art partners. They have an amazing selection of tablets. I use an XP Pen. Josh uses an XP Pen. A lot of our students use XP Pen. So their tablets are really affordable, really wide range as well, and great people over there at our XP Pen server too. They have a Discord server where actually Josh is doing live workshops. So definitely join their server, and you'll have an opportunity to learn live with Josh twice a month. And so 5 lucky winners will be announced. 3 winners will be announced today on stream, and 2 winners will be notified and announced on Saturday when Iggy will be streaming next. So Iggy's going to be announcing the other 2 winners. And yeah, you don't have to purchase anything to be able to win. So there you go. Those are the giveaway rules. So let's see. I do have a ticker somewhere. Here we go. So these are the rules again. Yeah. So make sure you stay until the end, because that's when we're going to be announcing the winner. All right. So we have some fun things planned for you guys today. This is an AMA stream, so definitely keep asking questions. I know our lovely mods are working really hard to collect all of the questions, and you'll have a chance to ask us your questions, and you can ask us anything. So we are here to doodle together and to answer your questions. Yeah. All right. So before we move on, I do want to give, if you just joined us, want to give Arunia a big shout out. And let's see, we have some fun facts about everybody here. So Arunia, I'm gonna put you on here first.
Okay.
So Arunia first joined Wing Canvas as an instructor in 2016. So she has been here for 8 years, celebrating 8 years with us. And she specializes in drawing and painting foundations for youth. And she's an Ontario certified teacher and our curriculum master. So Arunia, do you want to tell us a little bit about what you teach?
Yeah.
And what you do behind the scenes?
For sure. I currently teach Drawing Foundations 1. So if you want to get the fundamentals of art in, I teach traditionally, so pencil and paper. We can get started. So I think we have that class on Saturdays. And then other than that, I work with reaching out to schools and offering programs to them, and administration, a lot of the back end support. Here in the Google Classroom, you might have seen an admin post from myself or Vivian. So just helping getting all the cogs moving all around.
Yeah, nice. And we have backstage, we have Joanne and Kevin. Do you guys want to join us and say hello?
Yeah. I wanted to say too, there's 2 super chats.
Yeah,
so
we-
I want to acknowledge that too.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, from Dead Wolf. They said total art nerd. So thank you. And then recently, Ella Gamer with $2 too. I'd love to improve on art. Love art nerds. So thanks. Thanks for the super chats. Wanted to say that too.
Oh, thank you so
Yeah.
much for the super chats, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for supporting us all throughout the years. We really, really appreciate it. Yeah, and actually, we have something special for those who are in the super chats. If we actually have a raffle, so I'm gonna introduce Kevin and bring him in, and so you're gonna hear his voice.
Oh, and also Faye, I have
Yes.
the drawing.
Oh,
You can
Hey, everybody.
allow the stream.
Hey.
it's Kevin. Kevin's voice.
Hello.
Hey.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Are we? Oh, thank you so much for all the super chats so far. So, really exciting opportunity. Everybody who donates a light blue super chat or higher will have an extra opportunity to win one of our awesome prizes. So definitely send your super chats.
Oh, I see Kindred. Kindred's a student of mine, so hi.
Hello.
I see you.
Oh yes,
Thanks. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, we have
It's a student of mine
awesome
too.
students in here.
I like him.
Some of our Discord members, all of you Discord people, get in the Discord.
All right. So if you want to increase your chances of winning, you can also join our Super Chat bonus raffle. So if you send us a Super Chat, you get an extra entry to win a class membership. And so the odds of winning will be out of the total number of unique entrants, and the winner will be announced live today. Oh, thank you so much, Broken Wing Zeal, for the amazing donation. Thank you for the coffee. We really appreciate it. All right. So we have a game lined up, and we're going to get to playing it momentarily. But have you guys ever heard of the game Two Truths and a Lie? Played it before.
Of course.
Yes, yes. Okay, let me share my screen. All right, so we are going to play Two Truths and a Lie, and hopefully you will get to know all of us a little bit better. And we'll get to know each other a little bit better. So we can guess. So if you've never played this game before, basically you are going to see 3 facts, and one of them is a lie. So you'll, if you're in the chat, try to guess which one is the lie. Okay. So I don't know which ones are the lies either, actually. I know some of them, but I don't know all of them. So let's get ready to play. All right, so Josh, you are up first. I'm going to let you say these.
Oh, I'm first. Okay.
Put your poker face on.
Oh, okay. That's gonna be hard. Don't look at me. So you just want me to read all of them? Just read it
Yeah.
out loud? Okay. I went skating for the first time in 14 years, so that's my first one. Number 2, my dog's name is Queen. And 3, I longboard in the summer.
Oh.
Wow, so many variants. Wonder what it is.
Do you guys know? Do you guys know?
Let's see, what am I seeing? I'm
don't
seeing a lot of 3s. You guys don't believe I longboard?
What if it's number 2? Like his dog's name is King instead of Queen.
Maybe.
Well, I know you have. I know your dog is the same breed as the queen. You have a corgi, right?
Yeah.
So
Ooh, there you
it
go.
kind of makes sense, but that could be a really convincing lie.
It's
Sure.
Fred.
What if it's Freddy? or.
I'm gonna go with number 1 as my guess, because I just invited Josh to go skating and he was like, oh, I don't know. So I'm gonna guess number 1. Do you guys have any guesses?
I'll take your word for it. I'll go with number 1. I'm kind of a biter.
Oh
So
no.
let's just go with 1.
I'm gonna go with 3. I don't know if I know what longboarding is. I gotta figure that out.
It's like skateboarding, but it's really long, basically. Like you could walk on the board.
It's skateboarding, but longer.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
okay, cool.
If you can take like 3 or 4 steps,
Okay,
it's pretty
I
long.
gotta look into it. This
It's
would
more
be
for
my.
like cruising and longer distances. So you want me? Can I reveal?
Yeah, so what is
Lie?
the lie?
You're so close, Faye. My dog's name is King.
I know it!
Oh
my
God.
I knew it!
Great.
Yeah.
I was memeing.
Nobody guessed 2. Like very few. I saw in the chat most people were guessing 1 or 3. I think.
I should have guessed 2. I doubted myself.
Yeah.
Like that's a really good lie.
I thought you would get it
That's a
because
good
I
name.
feel like you've asked about my dog a few times. I thought you would know it.
I have, and I can't. Yeah, that's my bad. I probably wasn't listening. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Now I know, and now everybody knows a fun fact about Josh. And just so you guys can see some of Josh's artwork, these are some of the best moments that I found of you, Josh. I think this was your character design intensive this year, right? Yeah.
This was like the full one where I think students got 2 days or 1 day and a half to flesh out some characters for a specific theme that they chose. Yeah. Kevin wants to know why I have never talked about longboarding. Well, to be fair, it's kind of like skating. I haven't longboarded in a while, but I do have one, and I do go longboarding in the summer. But now I'm just too lazy. I should like switch out the wheels and get it probably like oiled or whatever.
Yeah.
a while.
I have
Wow.
to know, which pair of shoes do you wear for longboarding?
Not
Which pair of
not
shoes?
the right shoes. I just whatever shoes I have on.
His most expensive pair of Nikes.
Actually, longboarding. I was longboarding with I think a pair of SB Nikes, and I would get blisters so easily with those.
All right, Josh, let's see some of your other artwork.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Background.
Pretty spooky.
Yeah.
I remember this one that you did on stream, actually.
Honestly, I can't believe that I finished. Well, like did this much on stream. It was 2 streams, but yeah, because usually my whole thing is like I don't finish the animation stuff. So this one, yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
And last but not
Ramen
least,
Girl.
Oh yeah, the ramen girl. This one, yeah, this one was good too. It was very chill stream. Gotta draw a girl eating ramen. That's maybe her hair, but I don't know. Who knows? And then our foreshortening one with the shoes for upcoming tease of the shoe stream.
yeah, that one actually made it into
shoe.
a video. So if you haven't seen Josh's forced perspective video or forced foreshortening? Forced perspective.
Yeah, forced perspective, I think. Yeah.
That was an intense video to work on. In case you guys didn't know, Josh and I and Joanne, who's our mod and our designer. There's a big team that goes behind all of the videos. So there's the creator, there's the designer. Joe does all of our thumbnails. She's amazing. Shout out to you, Joe. Kevin helps produce the videos and publish them and tell everybody about them. Gives wonderful feedback on the videos as well. And then we have our lovely editors. So Maham, if you're watching, Maham edited this video, and it was like 5 class recordings. Right? 5 class recordings, and we had to record additional audio. And anyway, it was a lot of work, but a really, really, really good foreshortening tutorial, a must watch. So
yeah. I think the video turned out really good too.
Yeah,
I watched it for myself too.
I learned so much about it because I think every instructor has their own style of foreshortening, and so we all learn from each other for sure. All right, so Arunya is next.
Ooh. Okay. All right, we'll jump right in. So for one, I developed an allergy to quinoa over my adult years. 2, I took up a new hobby with film cameras. And 3, I have experienced over 8 different escape rooms over the last few years. So that's my 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know the answer, so I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, yeah. Iggy, do you know the answer?
I think it's always the specific one. So I picked number 3. Like I have experienced over 8. It'll probably be something like, oh, I actually experienced 9. I actually experienced 7.
You think Arunia would be like that? Be like, oh, it's just 1 over.
It's like,
Yeah. Because the first 2 are pretty plausible to be truths. And then this one is like, I'll be so specific. Try to hide the lie. It's like Barbra Streisand effect. I'm trying so hard to hide it, it shows.
Yeah, I'm like Scribble Mouse. I feel like I'm leaning, or maybe not Scribble Mouse. Someone else said the quinoa one. I'm leaning towards the quinoa. I'm gonna say 1. Because I also wait. Is it quinoa? I always mix up quinoa and okwa.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Quinoa is so healthy. It's
I'm
such a
allergic to quinoa
specific-
too.
I've never met anybody allergic to quinoa. But
Quinoa is the tiny like oat, or they're not oats, but they're the tiny little piece ones, right?
yeah, it's like a grain from South America that is a complete protein. I think it's like the only carb that's a complete protein.
Is it
I
gluten
don't know. I might
free?
be wrong.
Is it a gluten free kind of thing?
I
don't know.
don't know.
No.
But
I'm gonna say 1. I'll stick with it.
Got a lot of votes for 1, for 3, for 2.
Oh, and if you guys are putting your art goals in the chat, we love seeing them, but please put them in the comments. Actually, put them in the comments because that's where
It's
you're
saved.
supposed to put- and they're saved. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a chat replay.
All right, Arunya. Drum roll.
Okay. Okay. My lie is I've experienced over 8 different escape rooms over the last few years.
Oh,
Iggy, you got that like right on the top.
I've never been to an escape room ever, but
Yeah,
they sound fun.
I've only been.
What I tell you?
I went last month for the first time. I think I've been scared because I've heard that some of them are scary.
Some of them are, yeah.
I'm not a scary person, so that wasn't on my list of things to do in 2025. But I did a calm Once Upon a Time one. It was very nice.
I'm one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Was it
Sounds
hard?
like a princessy one.
Yeah, it was okay. It had to do with like storybooks and like riddles and things. I didn't realize how many steps. I thought like for an escape room you do one thing or like a couple things and you're done. But they like one riddle after another riddle after another thing and another thing, and so it took over an hour to do. So it was fun. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm allergic to quinoa. I didn't used to be, and then I can't digest it anymore. And then I just got some film cameras. So I have an old one that I found in the basement, and then
oh.
I bought like a half film camera, which I'm still figuring out how to use.
Nice. Like real film, not digital.
Yeah, real film. I haven't developed
that'll
anything
be
yet,
fun.
so a big question mark if any of them worked out. But
Yeah.
Yeah, you get into like the red room, and then you develop the photos and stuff.
that would be the next step. I have this film guy that I know in the area, and I'm like hoping he'll develop it for me.
Just go to the Kodak store. That's still
Yeah.
open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are some moments from your classes. I know you sent me some artwork, but I'm like, these ones are so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you take Drawing Foundations 1, this is what the type of stuff that you learned with Brinya. And this is a lovely naturey one. I know you're sort of inspired by nature.
Yeah, love that stuff.
Yeah. Beautiful. All right, Iggy, you are up next.
There you go. Okay, so here are mine. Number 1, I love hamsters a lot. Number 2, I don't like seafood. And number 3, Luffy is my favorite straw hat from One Piece. So, yeah, I guess to explain a little bit of 3, Luffy is the main character.
Well, I know which one is.
Yeah. What did Kevin say? He got to cut off. Sag. It's funny.
I'm gonna say 3 because it's just too obvious. I don't know.
What? What makes it obvious?
And like, who doesn't like seafood? No, I'm just kidding. I love seafood. And who doesn't like hamsters? They're so cute. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 3.
3's the lie, yeah.
But Kevin's like, Luffy's the best. I don't know.
Love hamsters.
Any other thoughts?
I'm also leaning 3 because you had a giant shark stuffed animal. So I guess you don't like seafood. You're a lover of the sea life.
Yeah.
Good logic.
I don't know. Luffy. I'm leaning 3 too because Luffy. I know you love One Piece, so I'm like, is Luffy your favorite character? I don't know. I know. I love how we just talked about it too. We had a whole stream, but I feel like if you mentioned it or not, I'm trying to think back if you brought it up.
That's really funny because I just realized, look, I'm wearing my Luffy shirt.
Oh!
And I also have, I don't know if you can see it.
Oh!
Your mic is in the way. Let's see.
I can kind of see it.
What is it?
There you go.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Oh, where's Iggy?
Oh, that's so cool.
Why am I showing?
Eh,
There we go.
but there, I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really sick shirt. Wow. Is that embroidered?
It is, yeah. And
Wow.
also,
Holy. Oh my goodness.
Luffy, Luffy, right there.
Where'd you
Also,
get
it says
that from, Iggy?
Year 5.
I know.
All right, Iggy, which one is the lie? Which one is the lie?
Which one is the lie? The lie is number 3.
Yeah!
Luffy is my number 2. Luffy's my number 2.
I knew it.
Yeah. Frankie's my favorite straw hat from One Piece. If you look him up, yeah, he's a big robot, and a big robot but big heart. I love Frankie. So
That's true. That's true.
No.
That's cool.
All right. And so, Iggy, these are some pieces I pulled, some moments and some artworks that I thought were really, really beautiful. This one also is a video. So if you haven't seen this video by Iggy, it's all about grayscale and the power of painting with values. So
black and white drawing.
Oh my.
And then yeah, there you go. I also love Sanji. So, I'm more
so good.
Sanji fan than Zoro.
Oh, same. Actually, I like.
I love Sanji better.
Yeah.
Do not
Well,
diss
the
Sanji.
expression is so good, though. So good.
Yeah. So like that one's drawing face. And oh my gosh, robot. That's also why I like Frankie, because robots. So
Yeah.
big robot.
No, I know, like, if you want to learn how to draw mech or learn how to draw robots, like, Iggy is your guy. Not only does he draw robots and render them like this, but he actually paints Gundam kits, right?
I do.
That's one of your hobbies.
It's right here.
Yeah. So 3D and 2D. Amazing. Yeah, so Iggy specializes in anime art and digital painting. Did you know that he's also edited some of our videos? Very, very
Wow.
multi-talented. And joined Wing Canvas in the summer of 2022. So I think you and Josh joined around the same time.
Yeah, I remember. He's a little bit earlier though.
Just
Right.
by a month.
Just
I
by
think.
like a couple months. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah, I see Guy. Hi, welcome in, Guy. I see you in the chat saying you remember that robot. Some of you guys have probably done these in this class. So yeah, so shout out to our amazing students. I see Lady Mockery. Hello,
True.
hello.
I see a handful of them for sure.
Yeah, and our amazing members. All right, so here's Jessie. So sadly she couldn't make it today.
Ooh, those are big. Those are really long.
Yeah, these are good, eh? So okay, I will read them. So one is, first of all, I said to everybody, don't send me really long paragraphs, but these were really good. So I love to collect dead things and have a small collection of various bones, shed skins, shells, and bugs in resin. The dream piece I want in my collection is a vertebrae. Oh, a vertebrae.
Yeah.
That would be like
It's like a little spine piece.
I have a plastic vertebrae. Does that count?
It's gotta be a real one.
It's like a
In
little...
8th grade, I wore Yaya Hands cosplay cat ears every day to school. My favorite pair being the black ones because they blended with my hair the best.
It's like a Jessie thing.
Yeah, classic Jessie fashion statement. And
Yeah.
3, I used to be a vocalist and musician, playing the piano and the flute, and I've traveled across the country for a national choir competition. Jessie, these are hard.
Detailed.
These are hard.
Let's see.
Oh.
It's gonna be another one where it's like my dream is actually the tibia and not the vertebrae. No.
Kevin says it's definitely not one.
Yeah.
Blue Milk Fox says 3. Cupcake says 2. Ramos says 3. Nick says 3. Deadbolt says 3. Lady Mockery says 3. What do you guys think?
I think it's 2. I think it's 2.
There are some ones in the chat. Some people say 1
Yeah.
for sure. 1 because it's so convincing.
I feel like I remembered seeing something like Jessie mentioning that, but I don't know.
Rizon, thanks for the super chat.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rizon.
Hey.
All right. Any more guesses? Any more guesses?
I'm gonna say 3, just because I've never heard her mention singing before, so I don't know.
Oh.
But maybe that's just me. I've never heard it about it.
She doesn't seem like a choir girl, does she? But she says she used to be. So
Yeah.
National choir. Easy.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 3. Yeah.
All right, guys. Drum roll. The false one. Hate to disappoint you, Kevin. Is number 1.
It is. I know it. It is.
One. She says that she already has a vertebrae.
There you go.
Skull.
God,
There
wait,
you
did
go.
Iggy guess 1?
She wants to
No, I did not guess 1. No.
So yeah, trick question.
I never trust my gut.
Jessie.
Ah.
Tricky. All right. And Jessie's artwork is just so iconic. Here are 2 from this past year. This was, I think, the one on the left is like the very first stream of February. I think it was like February 15th, so a year ago today. And it was the literal translation of an angel. And so if you guys are looking for help with animal anatomy, drawing wings, tails, legs, horns, whatever animal anatomy, Jessie is your girl. She is a master at animal anatomy and does all of our animal anatomy videos, which is, I know some of you guys are here because of Jessie. And this was her comic from her comics and manga program from the summer, and some people are also taking it asynchronously. So if you are enrolled in Jessie's comics and manga program, this is the final project. And super like there's so many pages. I think she did like 6 or 8 pages. But
Yeah, with that quality, that's so nice.
I know. Super fast too. If you guys know Jessie, she's like super fast. This is Corn. We all know her famous OC.
Yeah.
I think this was from our digital illustration mentorship class where we were doing backgrounds. Oh, and that's it. So I guess I'm next.
Wow.
Yes, we love Corn.
Yeah.
Okay, so here are mine. My favorite strategy board game is the Settlers of Catan. I've had many pets, including hamsters, Iggy. We have something in common, maybe. Fish, birds, dogs, cats, and Tamagotchis, but I have trouble keeping plants alive. And 3, I love snowmobiling in the winter.
Ooh.
I'm guessing 3.
3.
Because the one time you had your birthday get together, I forgot who came by and gave you a board game. So I feel like you like board games. And I know
that was Jaren. Jaren gave me a board game.
And I know you have 2 dogs, so I'm leaning 3.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Josh's what's it called? This idea.
I think it's 2. I have a feeling like Faye loves the snow, so it's not. Ew, I don't know. I could imagine her out on the snowmobile, just ripping up the ice.
Cool.
Yeah, maybe skating.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I do have an extensive board game collection, so much so that every time somebody comes over or buys me a gift, they buy me another board game. And I have so many that I don't even have time to play all of them, which is kind of sad. But my favorite strategy board game is not Settlers of Catan anymore. It used to be. It's now a game called, it's a game called Puerto Rico. It's like a super nerdy game that's like also strategy. Anybody played Puerto Rico before? No. Oh, it's so good.
No.
It also comes as like a card game, but like I'll tell you why I don't like Settlers of Catan. Because I could have the best strategy, have my dice on like the best, like have my tokens like on the best rolling numbers, but then I don't roll the dice. So I do not like strategy games that involve dice.
The luck.
Yeah, because it doesn't like the luck part. I have trouble with that. So, and number 2 is true. So number 2 and 3 are both true. So I've had a lot of pets and they've lived long lives, but I cannot keep plants alive for the life of me, unless they're outside and I don't touch them.
They just do their own thing.
Yeah. And I do have a snowmobile. I've had one since 2016, but don't get a chance to use it that often.
Wow.
Yeah. But I do love snowmobiling in the winter, thanks to my partner who got me into it. So, yeah.
Nice.
And some of my artwork from classes and streams this year. Can you tell I like animals? Maybe.
Yeah.
These are some of the weirder ones. The less wholesome kind of weird ones. I remember when I drew Steel Boy, everyone was like, "What is that?" Yeah, and this one I actually drew in my class a couple days ago, and yeah,
recent.
Yeah, recent, and this was a Valentine's Day gift for Aaron, who helped me found Wing Canvas. He's my partner.
Wow.
Shoveling snow today. So not here, but yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for playing with us. This is a lot of fun. So, all right. So now that you know us a little bit better, again, if you haven't joined our Discord, how many of you guys here are in the Discord? Let me know if you haven't joined the Discord. Oh yeah, and happy Valentine's Day. Late Valentine's Day. If you're not in the Discord, definitely join the Discord. It's like our it's got, I think we're just over 7,000 people now on our Discord. And
Wow.
yeah, pretty cool. And it's where you will get a lot of value for free. So if you want critique and you want to get a chance to share your artwork with an amazing community of people, if you want to get all of our notes from our live streams and a lot of other amazing perks, definitely join the Discord. That is where everything happens. That's where our team lives. So let me actually show you some behind the scenes stuff on our Discord. But yeah, I'm just going to get that up. Who's next to critique, by the way?
Is it me?
Critique.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just
do live
finished mine.
critiques on the Discord.
Is it me? I feel like
Is
it
it
might
Josh?
be me.
I think it's you. I think it's you.
Yeah, I feel like
22nd. That's me. 22nd.
22nd. Yeah. So if you are a Patreon member, you can participate in our weekly critiques. So we all hold one once a week. Not Arunya, but Jesse and Iggy and Josh and myself. So you can, if you aren't on the Discord, you can also get critique from our amazing verified critiquers, and they are super talented, and they're really generous in donating their time to give you guys feedback on your artwork, which is really hard to get and really valuable. So I do want to show you guys some behind the scenes of our Discord. I'll just pull up my screen share here. Yeah, Iggy, what are you drawing?
I'm drawing on like our, what's it called? Our doodle page. I've been waiting. I've been waiting for it to be shown.
Oh, well, we
There's
can probably, I guess we could start doodling.
Yeah.
In the meantime, you can load it on the screen. And actually, let me do that now.
Yeah, I have it actually. I have it streamed, but it says it's waiting for approval.
Oh, there we are. Oh,
But
you're
earlier,
already
sorry.
drawing.
I didn't want to finish the thing yet without you guys, so I'm just drawing.
Okay, let me see how I can get onto this thing.
It's on the chat.
It's on the
I sent
chat.
the link. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, this is Soleta, my favorite Gundam protagonist. So I like her a lot.
Let me scroll up and find the chat. Sorry, Iggy, where did you put it? Did you put it on?
It's on All Call, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, live stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
you just click on the link and then you should be in. But yeah, that's what I've been doing for the past like few minutes.
I'm trying to share my Discord.
There you go. Yeah, should we, I guess, talk about the theme of the doodle? There is a theme. Right now, I'm not doing it. I'm just doing like a random doodle.
Oh, you're just doodling. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so here is our Discord, and this is actually the digital art channel. So this is where, for all of you digital artists, this is where you can share your artwork. And whenever you post an artwork, there is a lovely thread that's created, and you can get feedback on your artwork. I just want to show some of the amazing stuff that people in our community have shared, and this is like a very active, very active channel. And thank you so much for giving feedback as well. Like if you shout out to our verified critiquers who have been giving, feedback just out of the kindness of their hearts. And let's see, we have a traditional. Is traditional art. So if you guys do traditional art and digital art, oh, hello, welcome Silver Star Archer. Thank you for being a member for so long.
Yeah.
Thank you for all of your support. So here is traditional. So you can post your artwork and share it for critique. We also have a critique channel here. So we have like a show and tell section, and we also have a critique section. So if you join the server, you'll know whenever we are live, and there's lots of opportunities on here as well, places to collaborate, voice channels to hang out and art together. And we also have a members lounge. So if you are one of our members, then you can get critique from the instructors. And yeah, we are on the Discord all the time. So if you join, you will, again, get access to all of our live stream notes as well. So that's also something that is pretty good because you can save them for free and use them later. So yeah, let's switch over to your drawing, Iggy.
Yeah. This isn't the drawing, but
This is just a doodle?
this is just a doodle. I'm just waiting for you guys to like announce it, I guess, like the theme.
Oh,
'Cause,
okay.
yeah, we do have it. That's why for now.
It's not a secret. We've announced this
Yeah.
theme already.
Okay.
Yeah, go for
But
it.
yeah, we were supposed to be doing what's it called? We were supposed to be doing Future Fantasy, so I had like a doodle ready for that one too. So hold on. Yank.
Future Fantasy. So our
Yeah.
every month we have a special challenge to motivate you guys to draw, and the challenge for this month is Future Fantasy. So if you haven't submitted artwork yet for the challenge, or you haven't made anything for February, definitely draw along with us, and then you can submit it and get a chance to be featured next week. So yeah, Iggy will be doing all of that. Kenya asks, how can someone become a verified critiquer? That sounds like a Kevin question. But basically our verified critiquers are those who have just been very helpful on the server. And when we notice that somebody, because like people always want critique, but we don't always get critique back, right? So if you are, posting an artwork for critique, it's good to also critique on, offer a critique to somebody else. And if you're not sure how to critique, the best way to go about it is to be genuine, and tell people something nice about their artwork first, something that you like about it, and then offer them a suggestion, and then offer them some words of encouragement. So remember that critiques are very subjective. But yeah, I don't know if Josh or Iggy or Arunia, if you guys have any suggestions on giving good critique.
I think it's generally good to ask what they were going for, because you could give them like something technical, like, oh, like you really messed up the bicep, but then they would have no idea what that means, so like ask them what they know before, or what they're going for before you give critique, because they might be like, oh, like I didn't want to focus on that. I actually was having trouble with color. Like I don't mind the pose. Ask about the color. So generally, it's a really good idea to like, I guess this is more for like the people submitting for critique as well, is to put a little prompt. Don't just plop a picture down and be like, critique please. Be like, I think the colors are kind of wonky, or like, I think the hands are kind of hard, so that people know what advice to give, and critiquers could go from there. So that's my quick advice for that.
No, I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Because like a lot of times people also have different styles, so stylization might also change the way they approach drawing characters. So I think that's a good point to ask what they're going for, because it might change the angle you give critique on as well.
Yeah.
Or I've noticed it helps to change the perspective you go into the critique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you never know. Can't read their mind. Sadly, can't read their mind.
Oh man,
Exactly.
if only. No.
And let us know if it's a work in progress, right? Because
Yeah.
we assume it is. If you're putting it in the critique, we assume that it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
And another way to, we have special roles on our server. So if you don't want draw overs, right, you can say no to draw overs. Draw overs are a good way to like correct things that are like maybe technically, can use some technical improvement. But again, art is very subjective. So,
It's Geo Super Chat. Before I read it, thanks for always supporting us, Geo. Like, she's always so active in like the critiques. Happy 11 years. Was able to pop in on my lunch break. Love you guys and what you do. Thanks so much.
Thank you,
Like,
Gio.
even-
That's so sweet.
Yeah, even just watching is like support enough. So we really appreciate the extra mile. So thank you. Yeah. Blue High says thank you too.
Lots of great questions too.
Yeah. Right. I've been like locked in, so if I don't read, I'm sorry. But I do want to hear about the questions. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so we can probably take a few questions, and then I do want to share a behind the scenes look. Well, it's no longer behind the scenes because today we are launching our Total Art Nerd membership. And so I'll tell you about that in just a second. I do want to start drawing and joining in on this action here. So yeah, let us know if you guys have any questions for us.
Yeah.
I realize
I'll try my best to look at chat as well. Yeah, there you go. With Hidden Tides Gaming said, what is your goal for this piece? Or is there anything you feel is hurting you or making you feel stuck? Hurting you is kind of funny. Is this drawing hurting you? I have to hurt somebody back. But it's okay. I see what you mean. Yeah. Don't let us be mind readers, because we are not. That is as a tip. Ooh, what do you do when you have a deadline for art, but are dealing with art block? Sometimes you gotta do what you can. So like, just do your best to make it like as pretty as you can. You know, sometimes that does happen. You end up biting more than you could chew, but you work with it. You know, sometimes you have to like think on your feet. That's like the thing about it. So if you were thinking of like adding like all these particle effects and stuff, but you can't because you're tired, your art blocked, then try to think of a different way, you know, to make it look nice and complete. Honestly, just do your best to make it complete. Just go through with it. Thoughts?
We also have an art block video that Iggy made. If you haven't seen it, it offers some good advice.
Yeah, I really like that one because I got to write it and stuff. So.
But I think all artists deal with art block. I think every single artist will have some type of moment, even professional artists, where they're feeling like they're not creative. So you are not alone there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is what it is. You know, like sometimes you gotta like since there's a deadline, that implies that it's a job or like a piece of homework. Sometimes you gotta suck it up, sadly, because deadlines, responsibilities and all that. You gotta finish them, sadly, regardless of how you feel. That's part of the job part, the homework. That's why it's called homework, the work part.
That's good advice, Joanne. Done is better than perfect.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think perfection, and that's something that Jesse would say too. I think perfection gets in the way of a lot of things. And one of the things, I think one of the biggest things is to have a good mindset and to use the 80-20 rule, right? Instead of being perfect, 80% is good enough.
Exactly.
That allows you to move on and not get stuck.
Just do what you can.
Exactly.
When there's nothing you can do.
Definitely keep those questions coming. I do want to share something special with you guys. Let me just. So for the last 4 months, we have been working on something pretty big, and it's called our Total Art Nerd membership. And today is the day that it officially launches.
Yeah.
So if you can see here, this is what it looks like. And basically it's a membership where you can actually get access to a lot of our class recordings, like I mentioned, 500 hours of class recording. So if you are somebody who wants the flexibility of learning live as well as asynchronous, because sometimes we all get busy and we want to learn whenever we want, whenever we have time, but it's hard to find the time, or it's hard to make weekly classes at a certain time. This will allow you to learn whenever you want, however you want. So you can access our class recordings, and I'm going to show you a little bit about what's inside the classroom. So if you've ever attended a live class with us before, you can see these are all of the raw class recordings from our live classes, including painting with Arunia. Those are rare. Those are only offered in the summer. And so if you go into one of these programs, you can see that there are different, all of these different classes, and you can also search. So you can search for something like figure drawing, and you can get all of our videos on figure drawing. We have a lot. Or, if you search for things like foreshortening, right? Whatever you're struggling with, we probably have something that will help you. And these are not like our videos. These are recorded in real time, so you actually feel like you're part of a class, which is really great. And so, yeah, we've got this is like basically a brand new platform that we're really excited to introduce. So we have about 500 hours of content on here, and we're adding more. It's a little overwhelming at first, but you can, 500 hours. We've recorded over 1,000 classes now over the last 4 years. So
that's crazy.
Somebody asked a question about insects. I hold that thought. I have an answer for you.
Oh, my favorite insects. Ooh.
And then calendar. So in the calendar, you can also you can see the events that are happening. So we've changed our streams now. So they're now Saturdays with Jesse and Iggy, and Mondays with myself and Josh, featuring some lovely fan art here. And all of these are live classes that you can book. And we also have live art workshops with Josh. So these are free on the XP Pen server. Definitely join the XP Pen server so you guys can learn live with Josh every other Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. So And then you can also attend our critiques. So my next critique is Friday, February 28th. They are a place where you can come and you can ask any questions that you might have and upload your artwork for drawovers, for my opinion, and for, if you're stuck, I'm here to help, as well as all of our other instructors. And we also have a live workshop once a month. I will be doing figure drawing workshops monthly. So the first one is going to be March 7th on Fridays. And this is where I will be doing timed drawings, and you can draw along with me. And there's going to be really cool events happening on here. So this is our best way of making a platform, and like a learning platform and a membership that is super affordable, that combines live and asynchronous learning. So if you want feedback from us, if you want to learn when you want, how you want, at the most affordable price, then join our Total Art Nerd membership. So you can see that right now, for 1 month only, so from today until March 15th, 2025, you can get in at our founding members rate. So if you are one of the first to join our membership, you can get it at $47 a month. And that is a really incredible price, because right now our recorded learning classes are about $25 a class. So great opportunity. We've been working really, really hard on this, and we hope that you will get to enjoy it with us. And these are one of the prizes that we're giving away. So we're going to give away 3 membership passes for you to try it out absolutely free for a month. No payment method required. So that is our Total Art Nerd membership. You can find it on our Patreon. You can find it on our website, or you can find it at school, spelled skool.com/winged canvas. All right, now let's get back to drawing and our questions.
Wow. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit so I can show. Yeah, here's the thing about being the streamer is I can't zoom in. I can't zoom in because it won't show everyone, but that's okay.
Let me see if I can get a different view here.
Another POV.
How about that? Is that better?
No, it's not that. I mean, like, you see how, like, if I zoom in, it's like, it's just higher.
I see.
So,
yeah.
But yeah. Let's see what chat is saying. Wow. Yeah, it'd be pretty nice. Yeah. Alright, the favorite insects. Favorite insects question is back.
My favorite insects to draw. Cockroaches, spiders. I think those are my favorite. Cockroaches and spiders.
Ooh. For me, I like bumblebees. Bees are nice, you know, they pollinate flowers, they're helpful for the environment. And if they die, they take us with them. So there's that. If they die out, they take us with them. Bees are pretty important. Oh, shrimps? Yeah, I know. Like, shrimps are like. That's why going back to like the lie, Toothers and a lie. I think seafood is so alien to me, and that's why like I could never like imagine like eating it. Like, especially shrimp. Shrimp is so bizarre to me. Like, so alien.
Wait, you don't like shrimp?
No, I don't.
What? Oh.
I know, you guys can have mine.
Oh, I love shrimp.
It's weird.
Shrimp is so yummy.
Yeah.
Coconut shrimp, any kind of shrimp.
Coconut shrimp. Oh my gosh. Let's see.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Meepo, for the $2 super chat. Thank you so much.
Oh, I missed that super chat.
Yeah.
Oh, there
Thank
you
you
go.
for all
Man,
your
I love
support.
drawing. Yeah, milled. Man, I love drawing. There you go.
Draw any opportunity you can. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, now we're going to start our AMA and we're just going to doodle. So ask away. Ask us anything.
I saw like a little question. How do you keep front views equal? Well, as a digital user, it's the it's the what's it called? The symmetry ruler is what I use for me. There's no way like to do it. But I guess to explain, to have like a better answer, I like to figure out the middle part of things, like try to guesstimate. So like, you split it in half like that, more or less the same. And then here, for example, the eye is a common one. This is how I use it personally. So like you see how this line, comparison to like the midline, there's like a little gap. So it's more or less the same, so I'll keep it like that. And then this one, there's like a little bit of space. So there's a little bit of space. And there you go, you have like the mid view. That's how I personally do it. And then there. Look at that. And then that's how you use the midline, pretty much. Use it as a way to guesstimate. And look at that. You have like quick front view person. I love how earlier I was like, yeah, I don't want to do that, but I just did that. So that's my short advice. There and there. Ooh, let's see. Ooh, what do you all typically plan your layouts? Or is there a question? No. What do you all typically plan your layouts for yours illustration? Oh my gosh, that's a question.
What do you all typically plan your layouts? That's a good question. I draw thumbnails. Like I draw little. I'm just gonna draw up here. I'll erase it, but like I'll draw like little doodles like this, like the size of a postage stamp, and I'll kind of figure out like where I want my, my person to be in the layout and what's happening, where the horizon line is. Right, and I kind of like plan out everything at this size, and then I might do like a value sketch just to figure it out. Because if it doesn't work at this size, then it's not going to work even if you put lots of time into it. And then it's kind of like really frustrating, because if you invest a lot of time into something and then the composition doesn't work and you have to start over, it seems like a big waste of time.
You overcommit if you draw too big.
Definitely.
Too early.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad when they only do just one thumbnail. Gotta do more. Because, yeah, your first idea usually isn't the best one. This is how I like to tell students. Because it's true. It usually never is. Yeah. Ooh. Saw another question. How do you start learning how to paint? It's like, I think I learned this from, what's his name? I think Cynic's art. Paint like a sculptor, like, don't think of drawing the shapes. You think of kind of carving it out with color. Kind of like how I'm doing right now. So like right now, this thigh, it's kind of just a teardrop shape. But I'm gonna add this like line in between, so it feels sharper. That turn. I'm gonna make it a hard edge, like that. And look at that. It looks a lot more shapely because of it. So I guess if you want to learn how to paint, hard and soft edges are peak, and also just start. And shapes. Those are like the two keywords I would look into. Hard and soft edges and shapes.
Yes, hard and soft edges.
It's so good.
Everybody thinks when they paint that they have to use color, or they have to understand color really well. But it's actually not like that at all. It's more values and shapes and edges. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. And also somebody said, cupcake for me. Anytime asking, how was your Valentine's Day? So you guys can answer first.
It was good.
It was good. Yeah. Yeah, same for me. I mean, I just watched movies with my friends. Pretty nice. Nice chill time.
I slept a
Oh.
lot.
Slept a lot. Let's go.
Yeah, still getting through this cold storm in my body.
Oh no.
Yeah, but rest is good and appreciated always. So
Yeah. Nice and chill. Yeah, it's funny because growing up, I had this, I guess, tradition. Since first grade, I would always get my mom something for Valentine's Day,
Oh.
and it's been that way since I was like, so first grade. So I was like 6 years old, and I'm like, how old am I?
How old are you, Iggy? No,
Yes.
Thank you so much for the super chat.
Been that long.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
No worries.
The Ellieverse. Thank you, the Ellieverse. We really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Thank you
Yeah.
for providing all resources and tutorials that you do throughout the year. It's genuinely helpful. Yeah. And it's only because of you guys. So it's only because you guys give us ideas and, yap away in the comments. So that helps us figure out what to do. So yeah.
Yeah, and if you're on the Discord, there is a place where you can give us content suggestions. We look there when we figure out what new videos to make. So definitely join the Discord. I think Kevin had a question for you, Arunya.
I think I
Ooh.
saw it. Let me see if I can go back. Oh, there we are. How do you give good feedback for new learners? We all have little brothers, sisters, or cousins we'd love to critique with care. That is very true. I like to compliment Sandwich some more constructive criticism with things that I liked about their artwork. So be like, oh, I really liked the idea that you came in with and how you approach the colors or so on and so forth, and then give more constructive, maybe more technical feedback in the middle. Yeah, I think I like to do that in general, whether it's our younger learners or our newer learners. I feel like I am a new digital art learner, and I've been a digital art newbie for quite some time. So if anyone has any feedback for me, let me know.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I have like a few younger students too who are like 8 years old. And the thing I like to do for them is like, I don't redirect their flow. I just kind of ask them like, what are you doing? And then they'd be like, sometimes they don't follow with the class assignment. So I just go with what they're drawing and then help them out with what they're interested in. So I think you should go with their flow too, at their pace at that age, because at that age they should like do what they want, and it's better to help them with what they want. So let them do their thing. Yeah. What about you, Josh? Who's like, have you ever had like younger students?
Not in a long time, but I used at another school. I used to teach like younger kids. I think the youngest I ever taught was like 4 years old.
That's Babu, yeah.
Here's how you hold a pencil.
Yeah,
I think
basically.
they just develop consciousness.
Yeah, I know.
Self-awareness.
Yeah, it's for like an hour you're basically just go like, okay, you're gonna draw a square, or you're just gonna draw like a square shaped fish kind of thing.
Yeah.
Super basic. I mean, you're not at that point. I don't think you're really trying to teach. You're just trying to give them a fun time and just have something for them to do.
Exactly.
But
Do their thing.
yeah.
Weird.
I mean, my 2-year-old is doing digital art already. So on my XP pen, he's like, knows how to choose the brushes, knows how to choose the color, knows how to use the color. I'm like, you're 2.5. I didn't even start learning until I was an adult. So
The iPad babies.
yeah, kids are gonna learn. We don't have an iPad, but kids learn so fast. It's unreal.
Yeah, I know. It's because they don't care about like they don't overthink it.
Yeah.
They just kind of do it. Yeah, just do it.
Just
Yeah,
Yes,
Faye's son
I-
knows more digital art than I do. For real.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's the secret. You just have to do it. How do you improve
I've also
your
gotten
handwriting?
really good feedback from kids too.
Yeah.
Because like kids will just tell it as it is, right? Like they'll see. One time I drew a portrait and this kid was like, "Why is the guy's ears so big?" And I was like, "Well, they do have big ears, but I guess I don't need to make them big in the portrait." So the Ellieverse says, "I'm a children's librarian and I agree with Iggy when it comes to going along with their flow and nudging them in the right direction." Nice. Yeah, definitely.
Because
Kids.
it
Kids
surprised me. I'm like, whoa, cool kid. Yeah, kids are pretty cool. Like, how do you do that?
Let's see what else. What other questions we have? Does Faye's son know how to use digital art better than Arunya? He. I don't know, Arunya. You'll have to have a draw off with.
Yeah. He's gonna show me some of the tools.
Let's see. Oh, have a question. Technical question, maybe for Faye.
March 15th is when the founding membership for the recorded class deadline is, right? So March 15th is the last day to get in at the founding members rate. So we are making it available for 1 month at the lowest rate that it will ever be, which is $47 a month. So that gives you access to all of our class recordings, and we're constantly improving on it and adding more. It gives you access to live critiques and written feedback on your artwork, an amazing community within the platform, and live workshops with myself and Josh. And as we grow on there, we're going to just have more and more events. So it's going to be a great place. And we already have some of our students on there already. Some of our amazing members are already using it. So yeah, you have a month.
Wow. Wowee. Ooh.
Oh, that's a good question. Like an Art says, are there any specific art movements that have impacted your work? Yes.
Yes. For me, I guess I could start. I like the arts and crafts movement. I like the sentiment behind it. Like, I think if I remember right, it was like in the 1800s, right? When people started moving towards an industrial life and they kind of missed nature, so they started like the arts and crafts movement where everything was kind of like naturey and grassy and like natural feeling. I really like that. I really like that art movement. If I remember right, it's been a while since I took art history.
Arts and crafts movement.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's nice. I like the more natural feeling artwork, more painterly feeling. So yeah. What about you guys?
Surrealism. Love surrealism.
Mm,
Because you get to be weird and realistic at the same time. So like you get to just like go off the rails and get away with a lot of things, and just it's so good. It's like you get to paint your dreams. It's a really nice blend of sort of fantasy and like real life, because it's not, I mean, I guess surrealism can be anything, but I think that's probably my favorite movement.
yeah.
And Impressionism, but like that's classical stuff.
Yeah, I think I was gonna lean that way. I don't think my art necessarily goes like post-impressionist movement, but I love like Claude Monet and all that fun, beautiful stuff.
Actually, fun fact: one of our studios at the at Wing Canvas, the physical location was named after Monet. So we had a Monet studio, we had a Sargent studio named after John Singer Sargent, and we had a studio named after Yayoi Kusama, for the pop art movement. And then we had a surrealist Dolly studio. Yeah.
For me, I don't know. It's I feel like it's all the cliche stuff. I like a lot of. I think because my love for art really started to come in around like high school area from like I don't know if you know the video game like BioShock.
Yeah.
So BioShock used a
Yeah.
lot of like Art Deco and Art Nouveau in the art styles. So I was like, oh, this is so cool. Like the advertisements, the kind of illustrations and everything. I thought the use of shapes and colors were really cool and neat. And yeah, I don't know. There's something about that I really liked, and I think that spurred me. But I definitely am not drawing in that same way anymore. But that kind of got the ball rolling for me.
Yeah. Also, I got a super chat. Hello, glad to be part of the stream. First time too. Nice doodle list from Gills. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Gills.
Yay.
Thank you for the super chat. We really appreciate your support. And actually, I'm curious where you guys are all joining from, because it's been so wild that we started in this like little corner of Ontario, and now we have students from around the world, and it's pretty awesome. And this is kind of why we have our new program, our new membership program, because it allows you to learn from anywhere, in any time zone. Because I think we had a lot of trouble getting the, just like the time zones right with our live classes, but this allows you the best of both worlds. So I know one of our students, Kindred Spirit, you are from Malaysia, and that is amazing.
Yeah. I got somebody from almost heaven. New Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah Rivers, West Virginia.
England, Finland, awesome. That's so great. Yes, we have a lot of students from the US, South Africa, amazing. Joining from the Middle East, awesome.
Ooh.
That's so cool.
Worldwide.
Yeah. Oh, we have a question. How far in advance do you typically plan either artworks, your classes, or even social media type things? Ooh.
Good question.
We'll have to do one at a time. How far in it? Okay, well, we'll talk about classes. Arunya plans our classes. So Arunya, you can talk about classes.
For classes, most of the time we have school year classes. So I'd say like September to June we have classes. And our awesome teachers help as well with planning curriculum. So usually we'll plan in advance for like a school year. We also have programs that happen in the summer and winter breaks and spring breaks and things like that. So those ones, I would say a couple months to those coming. But school year, we usually plan in the summer right before it happens. So yeah, and then any requests and things we kind of integrate in from our students to help make them more personalized. We'll try to do that. Yeah, I hope that helps with that one.
Yeah, I mean, we plan our classes based on the Ontario curriculum, but we also, for example, our mentorship classes are planned around our students' goals. So there's no set curriculum, but it's customized to whatever our students want to learn. And then, yeah, sorry, Iggy, go ahead.
Yeah, even though there is like a planned class, I usually just go with like the students' flow. Like, for example, the prompt would be draw robots, but then they'd be like, oh, like I kind of want to draw just what's it called? I want to focus mostly on shading, so I help them with shading, and other people might want to learn about robot anatomy, so I help them with that. They're pretty flexible. It's not like rigid, like step by step. It's pretty open to communication. That's the fun of it. You could talk to your instructor.
Yeah, I mean, our class sizes are very small for live classes, and so it's definitely a good chance to get feedback live and to sort of talk about the process. And every class has a prompt, and some people will choose to follow along with the instructor, and other people choose to do their own thing, which is also cool. So yeah,
exactly.
And Flighty Feathers, you've taken a couple of classes now, and they're super helpful. That's great. Which classes did you take? I don't think you've taken my class.
Yeah, Flighty. I think Flighty takes Jesse's, and they've had a couple of mine. So
awesome.
Yeah, he's had a couple of mine. If I remember right.
But Iggy's cartooning and anime class, probably the most fun class. You actually do a lot of character design and concept art in that class. Even though it's like a cartooning class, we don't do like draw this cartoon character step by step. Nah, Iggy's classes are much cooler than that.
Yeah. Oh, there's Kindred. If you don't have easy access to external critique, how should I self-critique to improve? It's sometimes hard to self-learn because most of the times I know it looks bad, but I don't know how to fix it. We do have a video on it. It's actually the how to steal an art style. I know that's the title, but I talk mostly about self-critiquing in that one too. But I guess to sum it up a little, you measure it up against the fundamentals. So be like, I'll take a look at my artwork. So how does it measure up with the colors? I'll be like, okay, I like the colors, it's okay. Oh, the anatomy, I think it's a little bit wonky. So now I go to study anatomy. Or I'd be like, oh, it's kind of boring, like the composition. So I figure it out by measuring it against the fundamentals. So that's like the short answer. But that video talks about it more. Yeah. That's my advice. Mm-hmm.
You can also, I mean, there's lots of ways. Like one of the ways to give yourself advice is to put it away for a little bit. Because when you're drawing a piece of artwork and you're like drawing for a long time, you kind of get tunnel vision. Like, you can't see it objectively anymore. It's just you're tired, right? So put it away, go do something else, and then look at it later, or look at it in a mirror, or take a picture and look at it. As long as you're looking at it somewhere else, and you give yourself some time and space to be apart from it, you have much better perspective.
Yeah.
Oh, this question looks like it's for Josh.
There you go. Animation.
Ooh. Do you want me to read it?
Yeah.
Okay, Microcell Tech. Wait, is that the name? Microcell. Oh, it is Microcell Technical Assistance. If someone start animating, should they learn basic of drawing first, or just draw and try animating and learning along the way? For Josh. Yeah, I've seen this question a lot too. Whenever I'm doing my animation streams, I think it's always best to learn how to draw first, because if you're doing 2D hand-drawn animation, then how well your animation is kind of dependent on how well you draw. So if you don't know how to draw, like even basic stuff too, like if you're doing just a basic ball animation but you can't keep a circle consistent, then knowing whether or not your animation turned out effective is going to be harder to tell, because your drawing's kind of going all over the place. The proportion of the ball is going everywhere. The line weight is all over the place. So the better your drawing capability, the easier it will be to animate, and then therefore you can just focus on animating and not have to worry about the juggling both drawing and animating, because they're both really hard already. Like people spend years learning how to draw and people spend years learning how to animate. So if you try doing both at the same time, it's going to be really tough. I mean, you can always still do it, but it'll feel very slow. You'll be moving in molasses, I guess. But so I would say always try to learn how to draw first. Obviously, if you're doing maybe like 3D animation or motion graphics animation, then you don't have to really learn how to draw, because the shapes and those, I guess, 3D models are there for you already. But that's like a whole other thing. Yeah.
3D. It's funny how that saying lived on. Like, I don't even know what molasses are.
Like the sticky syrup, right?
Potatoes and molasses or something.
Move like molasses.
Sorry, go on.
It's a sugar substitute. Oh,
Sugar stuff.
it's like a syrup, dark.
I also know about like that infamous story about molasses. It sounds like fake, but like it's real. But like that molasses factory accident. It's crazy.
What?
I don't know if I know this one.
Like, I don't know how true it is, to be honest. Maybe I should have made sure, but it's still an interesting story.
It's
But apparently, like, it leaked molasses on like the streets, and people like got stuck, and some people died. Like, it's messed up. To molasses. But yeah, I should have looked it up, but it's still like I didn't fact check it, so take it with a grain of molasses. So, but
Iggy, how do you merge layers in this program?
there's like a scissors button with the little arrow down, so that means cut and then merge down.
Oh,
But then there's also the plus one where it merges it down, but it keeps the layer. It makes it empty though, so that's how merging works.
Can you do like a gradient in this program? We're using Agio, by the way. It's like a collaborative drawing program.
Yeah, Aggie.io. You can. I usually just use the soft brush. Like you use the brush. So
Okay, I'll just use a brush.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Dead Wolf, thank you so much.
There's two actually. There's Joe Road with $10, no message. So wow, thank you for just the support.
Thank you, Joe. I know you're very supportive for all of our streams, and you donate often, and we really, really appreciate it. So thank you.
Oh, that's a Jesse question right there. Yeah, thanks for the $5. So I'm a horror artist, and I love outside opinions. What would you consider good horror drawing or horror elements?
Oh,
That's a Jesse question. But
have you seen our video? Have you seen our?
Yeah, there is a video. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
That is a really good video, by the way. Like, you should.
How to draw things that are actually scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, it's all about the lighting. You know, I feel like lighting could take you a long way. Because something could be really goofy. Like, if you look at horror trends, you know, like Five Nights at Freddy's or Poppy Playtime or Bendy and the Ink Machine, those are like pretty goofy designs. But the lighting is what really makes it, you know, for me at least. So there's some pretty good horror. It also helps when there's like a story to it. You know, I feel like some horror is like a little bit sad. You know, there's like a story to it. Yeah, I think that's what makes good horror for me.
I think to add to that, I feel like contrast in like a piece. I feel like I remember like some of the older streams, or I think Jesse had done some on the elements and principles, and like some of the high contrast ones. I'm like, whoa,
Right?
Yeah.
Spoopy.
Adds to the spook factor.
Yeah, it's the lighting for me. Because any goofy design could work with just lighting.
I also feel like blood and gore is not scary. You know what's scary is the stuff that you don't see.
Yeah.
Right? It's like the mood and like the stuff that you don't that's not immediately obvious.
Yeah. Psychological horror.
How can I improve my observation skills and translate what I see into my art? Oh, this is a good question.
Ooh. Yeah, I have
yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
go ahead.
if you go first.
You go first. No, I don't want you to lose your train of thought. Go ahead.
Oh, observation skills. So a lot of the times when I see people draw, right, they kind of have their head down, like they're drawing something from observation, like they're drawing a still life or whatever, and then they're just kind of like drawing and not looking at what they're drawing. And I'm like, well, try to look more than you draw, or at least like be looking up and down, right? And really comparing your drawing to what you're observing, because if you don't make that connection, then it's not as immediate. So observe a lot, and if you're observing a picture, sometimes it's hard to translate everything, right? The color, the texture, like everything. So you have to think about a lot. So it might be helpful to first of all, not look at it too closely. Like if you're trying to translate the shape of something, right, or the silhouette of something, looking at it up close in a lot of detail will distract you from the silhouette and the shape, like the basic things. So look at it really small at first. Squint at it or blur it. Change it to black and white to focus just on the values. And then, zoom in when you need to. Otherwise, it's a lot to take in.
Word. For me, yeah, it's sort of related to that. Just simplify it. Simplify what you see. So, if you see like a bunch of colors, be like, okay, this is kind of close to red. And then try to like simplify it as best as you can to something you understand. Because a lot of the time, students get overwhelmed and be like, oh my gosh, I don't understand it. Like, what is this? How'd they do that? The easiest way is to like try to do it on your own. Like try to guess how they made it. Be like, okay, maybe I could do it with the airbrush, or maybe I could use this color or this layer mode. So simplifying is your best friend, honestly. Or like, if you can't understand the pose, what would it be like as a circle or like as a cylinder or cube or whatever? Just make it so that you understand it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I feel like sometimes if I'm drawing from life or if I'm looking at something, I'll take my pencil and like, instead of thinking of it as like, oh, maybe a person, then you are breaking it down to shapes. And be like, what angle do I see with my pencil? And see if I can kind of translate that down to my drawing. So it's less daunting.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Ooh,
Oh, this is a good question. How can I build a strong online presence and brand as an artist? I think it's important to talk about branding and sort of building up your personal brand, especially with social media so prevalent and so expected among artists. I think that it is important, but it also, the pressure to be posting consistently on social media is very daunting and very overwhelming. And I always say it's better to just work on your art and focus in on your goals, get really, really clear on your goals. I talked to hundreds of artists, just like over the last month, I've had lots of conversations with different artists, and it's very surprising to me that the goals, when I ask them what their goals are, they're not really sure. So you can't really build a brand if you're not sure what you're branding. So you have to be very, very clear, like, what is your end goal? And then you build up your brand around that. And a brand isn't just a logo. It's not just colors and logos and letterhead and all that stuff. It's also, your style. And typically with illustrators, they would need to have a very recognizable style. So if you're someone like me or someone like Jesse, like we work in different styles. I know, Josh, you kind of have different styles too. And so you kind of have to either keep those separate because if you have a lot of styles as an illustrator, people struggle with knowing what to hire you for.
Exactly.
So yeah, laser focus. And there's lots and lots of very successful artists who don't have a website and don't post on social media.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because it's very different. Being successful online and being like a big artist online with a big following is different from being successful in the industry. You know, like the industry could not care less about your follower count. They care more about technical stuff. So if you want to be like social media popular, you gotta do the things that wow people. Be like, oh my gosh, like I love your art style, you know, like stuff like that. But if there's one uniting thread between them, is that you gotta be good at one thing. You know, like it's generally better to be good at one specific thing. You know, like be like, oh, that's the artist who draws mechs. That's the artist who draws animals. So having like that one thing you're good at is always good for both. You know, that's what they'd hire you for, and that's what people would follow you for. Yeah.
and you'd have to be okay with being hired for the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I painted a lot of insects when I just graduated art school. I did cover art for a band, and it also happened to be insects. And then I just got hired for painting a bunch of insects because I made a body of work around insects. And I'm like, I mean, I like insects, but I don't want to be known as the insect artist.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that for the rest of my life. So that's why I kind of became an art director, because I get bored of doing the same thing over and over again. Right? So don't become a comic artist if you're not going to want to draw the same character over and over and over again. Don't become an animator if you don't want to do that either. So getting clear on your goals will really, everything else will work. As long as you know where you need to be, everything else will fall into place. What are the most common pitfalls artists face when trying to monetize their work?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it is a good question. It's mostly, I think, mostly struggling with rejection, or trying something, it fails, and then not wanting to try again. Or, you know, like a lot of people are like, oh, I went to art school and it failed me. I don't want to go to art school again. Well, not all art schools are the same. You know, just like if you bought a hamburger somewhere and it's your first time eating a hamburger and you didn't like it and you're like, oh, that was terrible. Well, guess what? There's like a million burger joints and there's like veggie burgers and fish burgers and chicken burgers, right? Like there's just, don't let one thing demotivate you. So.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I don't have much to say for this one. I guess I'm trying to think. Yeah, I can't think of anything. That's pretty good. Oh, there you go. From World of Chaos. I see them pretty often in chat. Tips and techniques on layering colored pencils. So.
Oh, Arunya question.
Yeah.
Arunya's the colored pencil master.
I love drawing traditionally, so I think with colored pencil, you might want to start working lightly. A lot of times people will start very hard very quickly and then realize that some of their values are darker than others and they can't really go back. And so light layers is great for colored pencil, making sure your pencil's sharp. And also coloring in different directions, because sometimes your paper will have a texture or paper grain, even if it looks smooth. Sometimes those textures are very small. So if you color in different directions lightly, you're slowly getting rid of all those white little particles in between if you have white paper. And then generally, gradually build up those values if you want darker values.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, if you start off lightly, you can still erase, right? Which is nice. Yeah. And get paper that's like, don't use paper that's too smooth, because that doesn't work very well. Try to get like a toothy paper.
Oh, also I saw a question here. I'll answer. Sorry for asking, but what's a good way in learning how to design clothes and armor for characters. I have no idea where to start. Shapes. So I don't know if you saw it earlier, but when I was drawing this armor guy, I started with literally just circles like this. So like just a bunch of that. And I started to like carve it so it goes with like the saying like paint like a sculptor. So obviously, you could keep it like this. Like it's just like some basic round armor guy, like that. That works still. But for me I wanted it to be angular. So I'll be like, okay, this is the middle. So now I kind of carve it. I want it to be like triangular. So like that. Like that. And if you think like, wow, that's kind of hard, then I suggest practicing by looking at drawings and then trying to simplify them into like basic shapes that you want. So for example, you see a person, right? Like a person sitting in this pose. Maybe try to simplify them as like a cube, like that. I'll try to draw a person, but as a bunch of different shapes. Like that. So you practice by keeping track of the basic shapes. And then once you know the basic shapes, you could just draw armor, draw clothes. So yeah, simple shapes. Always simplify is the advice.
It's so hard to simplify. So
It
hard.
is. It's so easy to overcomplicate, but so hard to simplify for sure.
As I'm drawing, like trying to figure out the helmet, and I'm just like,
Yeah, helmets are always so hard. Like I don't like drawing helmets. Like look at
That looks so cool, Josh. That looks so good.
Right? Look at that.
Yeah. Wow. Very nice.
My guy could be your guy though. If they fought,
my sword's better than your sword.
if they fought, she would win. My armored person would win.
My monkey would win. My monkeys get into so much trouble.
Oh, true. That's so cute, actually. Like they're riding the dog.
So
What
guys,
the
we
dog
are
do?
at 13 super chats.
Wow.
And if you buy a super chat, then you get an extra raffle entry. So basically, you have your own pool. Like we have a raffle pool of winners. So far there's 13. So you have a 1 in 13 chance of winning a class membership. So we're going to announce the winners very soon. We'll just take a couple more questions. How do you get inspiration to draw each stream? Oh, this is a question. This is a good question. We plan all our own streams. But our instructors specialize in different things. So, yeah. And we get inspiration from you guys.
Yeah. The prompt is enough, like it makes you think of the saying, and I completely wholeheartedly agree with it. The worst thing you could tell an artist is the sky's the limit, because if you could draw anything, what do you draw? Like literally you could draw anything in the world. Like what do you draw? So prompts kind of help us limit that, and limits are actually more fun, like if you could draw anything, there's a lot more like nebulous ideas. It's a lot more vague. But since our streams are very rigid, or concrete is a better word, concrete idea, then it's much easier, and then you could be like, oh, like armor stream, what if I drew like cutesy armor, or what if I drew this? So yeah, it's work with limits, like if you're ever having trouble to draw, limit yourself. Be like, okay, I want to draw a face. But what kind of face? Like ugly face, cute face, favorite anime character. Try to limit yourself.
We actually ask our subscribers.
There's also that, yeah.
Yeah, we if you are subscribed to Wing Canvas, you'll notice that we ask about 2 days before our stream. We ask our subscribers what you guys want to see us draw.
True.
And you get to vote on it. And sometimes you don't vote for the thing that we want, but that's too bad for us.
Or you work with it, which is also a limit, like you work with it. You ball.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of like improv drawing, but for drawing. Yeah. pretty awesome.
So if you haven't yet subscribed to XP Pen or joined the XP Pen server, and check out the tablets. There's a screen tablet, a 13.3 inch. I think Josh, you have the 15.6.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they all kind of work the same. So if you don't have an on-screen tablet, you can. I hope you win. But the way it works is if you win, the first person to basically fill out our little form is going to have first dibs. So you guys will be able to choose your prizes. So if you already have a tablet, then you can choose a class as a prize.
Yeah.
Yeah, and thank you so much to XP Pen. They have been really amazing partners, and we're on their server teaching art for free. They do wonderful things for their community, so definitely join their server to learn with Josh. Josh, you're teaching on Wednesday?
Thursday.
Oh, sorry, Thursday. Yeah,
and it's this coming up one too. So, yeah,
nice.
We're gonna continue my little, I don't know, Yakuza assassin something.
Like the dragon.
Yeah, actually, he looks like one of them, especially with the eye patch. I gave him an eye patch.
Oh,
and I was
Majima?
like,
He looks like Majima.
it looked exactly like it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I still need to finish that. Yeah.
All right. So, any other questions?
Let's see. Oh, do you have any tips on drawing faster for art and animation? Also, when I draw OCs, I noticed that a lot of their body shapes look the same, but I'm not fully sure how to change it or make it look better. So it's really funny. How do you draw faster? Well, you try to draw faster. So that's really it. So for example, if you want to draw portraits, right? Try to say like, okay, I'll give myself like 3 hours to draw this portrait. And then you do it, and don't just do it, like mindlessly. Like pay attention, like, okay, like after the fact or while you're doing it, you're like, man, I kind of struggled with the eyes a little bit. I kind of sucked at the eyes. Like I erased it like 5 million times before settling. So now you need to practice the eyes. Or be like, man, I didn't know how to shade the face. So now you need to shade the face. And then you learn what you're missing. And then you take your time afterwards. Like now that you know what you're missing, that's it. Now you know to take your time and then try it again. Try during 3 hours and be like, oh, after you learn, by the way, and you're like, oh, okay, now kind of patched up the stuff I needed to, and rinse and repeat. So you draw faster. Sadly, you gotta draw. Do any of this, you gotta draw. That's the secret. You just gotta do it.
Yeah, and Jessie, if Jessie was here, she would say, don't use erasers. Try to practice drawing with pens, with stuff that you can erase with.
Yeah.
And set a timer. Yeah. Practice timed life drawing. That is like the best way to get faster, because when you only have a minute, and I tell this to all my students, like if you only have a minute to draw something, you're not going to think about it too much. You're not going to overthink. Woohoo! Quinn,
exactly.
Thank you so much for the super chat. And yes, there is still time to enter. So get that in. Oh, why isn't Jessie here? Jessie is not feeling well. She is in bed today with a splitting headache. So unfortunately, she was not able to join us.
She's sick, but not in a good way.
No.
She's sick. But
yeah, it's too bad
this time.
But all right, so I guess it's time to announce the winners, or time to choose the winners. So we're gonna choose we're gonna choose 2 winners, and then 1 winner from the Super Chat Raffle. So this is gonna be coordinated by our lovely mods, though. So I'm gonna send it over to you. Here's Kevin with the spinner.
Ooh.
Oh, spin the wheel.
Yeah.
Oh. Big money.
Let me know if it's ready.
Here comes the money.
We got everyone in.
Money, 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 money.
I think this is the one for the raffle, right? Okay, so Kevin, I'm not sure if you're ready yet. Oh, here we go. It's spinning. One more
Oh,
from
there you go.
Quinn. Oh, wow. Thank you, Quinn.
15 out of 15. Yeah, thanks, Quinn. Yeah, Quinn, they've always been like a big supporter since the very beginning, so we really do appreciate it.
Oh, Snarver. Snarver
Yeah,
won.
Snarver's another one.
Yay.
Yeah. Hey, yippee!
Congratulations, Snarver. We will be sending you an invitation to join the Total Art Nerd membership.
Oh, there's Java being on Tommy too. Thank you.
Yeah.
There.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So we will be in touch and we'll get you all set up shortly.
Yay.
Yay.
Yes,
So I'm not sure how Kevin wants to announce the other ones, if we're doing a totally random one, but the process is still a little bit manual, so thank you for your patience. Yeah, congratulations, Snarver. All right, let's go back to our drawing. I'm just finishing it up. Oh,
Yeah.
Iggy, he's got his own throne.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He's wired.
He's
Yeah,
wired.
she's wired up. There you go. And then
I need a shark stuffy.
yeah, like Blohai right here. Everybody says Blahash though. My Blohai.
I think we had a couple more questions. There was a good question from Vin. Let me just scroll up here. Oh, and Java being Uakami. I don't know when you made the super chat, but thank you very much for the $2. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting our channel. And 15 out of 15, baby. Yes, Quinn. Thank you for always being there for
15 out of
us. Showing up
15.
for everything. Just kind of scrolling back to see. And yeah, we hit our goal. That's awesome.
Hey.
Yeah, Jessie does have a video on how to draw faster. We just released it, so you should definitely check that out. She has some really good advice on there. Oh, and Solsana the Solarist, you won the giveaway. Amazing.
Wow.
Congratulations, Solsana.
There you go. Wow.
Yeah, and thank you so much for supporting us on the YouTube membership and for sticking with us for so long. So thanks again for all the support. And I think we have one more winner to announce.
Ooh.
So stay tuned. Wait, there was a good question here in the chat. I'm kind of scrolling back to see. Okay, this is from Vin. What factors to consider when deciding whether to continue pursuing art as a hobby or transition into making it a professional career? This is a really good question. Because like sometimes doing things as a career is makes it maybe less fun. But if you're somebody who definitely wants to draw all the time or need something creative and you feel like you would really enjoy doing that as a career, then you should absolutely go for it. And I think, art as a hobby is great. I think a lot of people are a little bit afraid to turn art into a career because since we were little, everybody tells you the whole starving artist myth, right? And actually, if you look around you, everything that you use was designed by an artist or a designer, like a creative person, right? From the clothes you wear to the appliances you use to, the the paint color on your wall to, you know, every product that you use, somebody designed the bottle, somebody designed the label, somebody designed the interface. So, you know, there are plenty of careers, of creative, rewarding careers that you may not even know about. It doesn't all have to be drawing. It doesn't all have to be, you know, being a character design artist or a game artist. There are tons and tons and tons of creative industries that are really fulfilling and really rewarding and very high paid. So, you know, I think the decision is really ultimately up to you and whether or not you believe you can do it. And again, being very crystal clear on your goal. So, our next giveaway winner, Cupcake for Me. You won the giveaway. Amazing.
Oh,
Congratulations, Cupcake for Me.
Oh, yeah, they just asked a question earlier.
Wow, look at this big spinny wheelie thing. Wow.
Oh,
Good job. Nicely done.
hey.
Yeah, thank you guys all for winning. For winning. For
For
submitting.
winning. Thanks for winning.
For winning. You guys are all winners. There are 2 other prizes that we are going to be giving away. And we will be giving it away on Iggy's next stream this coming Saturday. Because this weekend actually in Ontario is a long weekend. It's our family day weekend, so we don't have any classes. But we opened our doors 11 years ago on family day weekend. So every family day, we celebrate the Wing Canvas family with our art nerd family around the world. So again, thank you so much for joining our stream today, for asking all the great questions, and just for coming and hanging out with us. We really appreciate you, and I definitely hope to see you on the Discord. And one more reminder about our Total Art Nerd membership. Let me just bring that back up here. So our Total Art Nerd membership is something that you can still get in. It launched today. We have 30 members, but you can get in at the founding members rate of $47 a month. We have $8,994 worth of content on there, not including live critiques. You can get our intensives on here for 50% off. You can get discounts on live programs. So if you prefer to learn live, this is also a great place to start. And this will allow you the flexibility to learn when you want, how you want, at the lowest rate that we can possibly offer. So be sure to check it out and sign up before March 15th if you want to get in at the founding members rate. Okay. Let's see where we ended off in the collaborative drawing.
Oh, this is crazy. There's tone curves.
Oh, that's
Yo,
so cool.
They got everything in this. They got tone curves. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I still have to learn it all. I don't know where any of the functions are, and I'm
It's
using
pretty
Krita and
similar.
Rebel, and like I know they're all similar, but they're all different too. So it's a little,
Oh, yeah, this is crazy actually. Tone curves here.
yeah. Oh, somebody gifted a Wing Canvas membership. That's so
Oh, yeah, membership
generous
gift.
and
Wow.
nice of you. Thank you so much, Larry. A random block. Thank you very much.
Yeah, who got it? Oh, Lycan did. Oh, wait, was gifted a membership by Larry. Nice.
Oh, you guys are so
Wow.
awesome. Thank you so much. We will be posting this artwork on our Discord. Sorry, my dog's going crazy. My dog's barking now at the door. But yeah, you can get this artwork on our Discord, and be sure to tune in next Saturday, and be sure to stay tuned for our next live stream, because we will be giving away 2 other prizes. So thanks again, everybody, for joining us. We had a great time, and we love you, Jesse. We're so sorry you couldn't make it, and we hope you feel better soon.
There you go. Hey,
All right, guys.
that it?
That's it for today.
Yeah, that's it.
Thanks.
All right.
All right.
Bye,
Thanks, everyone.
everybody.
Everyone,
Bye.
see you later.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.